Hello and welcome to the Lagos studio. My name is Folashade Ogurinde. 2 days after President Muhammadu Buhari paid a walking visit to Lagos State, reactions have continued to trail the visit. While some commended Governor Akinwumi Ambode for executing the projects which were commissioned by the President during the visit, others have queried the timing of the commissioning and the motive behind the last-minute rush to finish the project. Yet some also accuse the state government of insincerity in its purpose for commissioning some of the projects which they allege were yet to be fully completed. Some frontline pen pushers spoke to IATV on these issues. Their conclusion is that it's all for political reasons.
We don't see government as a continuum. Otherwise, there will be no need for any governor to hurriedly commission projects that are not yet completed. But I would say that I want to see it from a positive angle. What outgoing Governor Ambode has done positively will only serve to put pressure on the incoming governor to ensure that those projects are completed and completed perfectly well.
What you expect is that when a project is completed, that is when you begin to talk about commissioning it. But some people will argue and say that you may also move to a house that is not completed and begin to live there. But people don't do housework, what we call housewarming, until the house is completed. So you don't expect that a commissioning should be done. But again, this is the governor that is going to leave in about a month from now. This project cannot be finished in about a month. Maybe it's not too sure whether the succeeding governor will continue with the project. So if I commission it, at least it becomes a fait accompli for whoever is coming in.
Another issue that has generated public discourse on the president's visit was the absence of some key political actors in the state, like the All Progressives Congress national leader Bola Tinubu, the Minister of Works Babatunde Fashola, the Deputy Governor of the state Idiat Adebule, a number of the state's commissioners, among others, during the visit. Many argue that it was an indication that there was indeed a cold war within the APC family in the state, but others dismiss such claims, arguing that it could be mere coincidence.
The absence is surprising, if not shocking, but this is all politics. My analysis of the situation can only be conjectures, They must have gotten across to the president as to why, given reason why they won't be able to attend the ceremony. But I say that politically, it is inexcusable that a man like Bola Tinubu, who is seen as the father of modern Lagos, and Fashola, who did very well, and who's also serving as a minister under Buhari.
I see that as a fallout of what happened in the primaries in APC in Lagos. Bola Tinubu did not support Ambode for a second term. Obviously, Fashola also didn't support Ambode for a second term. They've had their issues, even if they're trying to hide it, you expect that the president being in Lagos means that his Minister of Works, Power and Housing will be here in Lagos as well. Let's just assume that he was otherwise absent.
Come and gone, the projects commissioned, all the masses are now demanding is to derive maximum benefits from the project, arguing that that is the only way to prove that the projects were truly conceived and executed for the good of the populace. Revive the education sector if you do not intend to waste the nation's time for another 4 years. This is a charge from the University Dawn to President Muhammadu Buhari on the need to put educational development first in the scheme of things in a second term in office. Professor Adebisi Balogun, former Vice Chancellor, Federal University of Technology, Akure, gave the charge while setting agenda for the incoming administration in a chat with IATV crew in Lagos. He noted that until the socio-economic and moral well-being of the majority of the Nigerian people was strategically structured through proper education, it will be difficult to solve many of the challenges confronting the country.
A country is as developed as its level of educational development. If the educational development is not developed, let's look at what happened in the western region of those days. Whether we like it or not, the level of development that you had during the era of Western region development under the leadership of Obafemi Awolowo. I remember that at that time, yes, you go to primary school, you are supplied with books, you are supplied with writing materials, you are supplied with. Then teachers are more dedicated at that time because they receive attention of the federal government.
Adebisi noted that President Muhammadu and the state governors must take conscious steps to improve the standard of education in the state.
You don't educate your people, then I don't see how we should be talking about development. And when you look at the foundation of education or the structure of education, the base of education should be given appropriate priority.
On the brain drain in the nation's education sector, Adebisi insisted that there must be an overhaul of policies governing the sector.
Policy of government will definitely also have to change in terms of remuneration. Teachers are well paid, even at the primary school level. Teachers are well paid in all those other clients that we all have gone to. We know how well they are paid. So if you are giving pittance to your teachers at the primary school and the secondary school level, what do you expect of them? You are expecting dropouts to people who will not show any commitment to the teaching of your words.
He also called on the presidency to initiate ideas that will attract properly qualified teachers into the sector. A day after nations of the world marked the World Health Organization's Malaria Day, medical practitioners are still reacting on the need for cleanliness and increased awareness on the dangers of malaria and effective preventive measures. In this report, IATV's Faith Adekutiye took a look at the best ways to combat malaria in the country. Her reports.
Decades after the World Health Organization has made several moves to fight malaria, the WHO's last World Malaria Report shows that progress has leveled up in the fight against malaria, with an estimated number of 435,000 malaria deaths recorded in 2017, which remained unchanged in the year 2018. This year, Nigeria joins other countries to mark the 2019 World Health Malaria Day with the theme Zero Malaria with Me, to recognize global efforts to control the mosquito-borne disease. In their reactions to the possibility of maintaining a malaria-free Nigeria, some pharmacists highlighted the causes and symptoms of malaria.
Mosquitoes, different reasons why mosquitoes are still everywhere in Nigeria, because we have our open drainage, we have vets everywhere, we have stagnant waters. These are breeding places for mosquitoes. So for us to be able to minimize to the barest minimum the spread of malaria, we need to be clean. If after being clean, we can also use mosquito nets, headache, fever, feeling, body ache. Well, some have loss of appetite, they won't eat all, then some have bitter taste, but then you need to do a test to really confirm if it is actually malaria or other symptoms of other ailments.
The pharmacist explained that Nigeria was mosquito endemic and added that it was best to prevent malaria by maintaining a clean environment and making conscious efforts to keep themselves away from mosquito bites.
But if after having the symptoms of malaria, headache, fever feeling, body ache, then you have to treat this malaria sickness for like 3 days. It's a 3-day regimen, and according to the WHO standard, you start with the ACT, which we have different kind of combinations. You can get that from your professionals as well.
According to the UN World Malaria Report, case incidents fell by 21%, while malaria deaths fell by 31% in the sub-Saharan Africa. Faith Adekutiye, IATV News, Lagos.
Youth restiveness in the Niger Delta may not be making the news headlines in recent times, but their agitations by people of the oil-rich region and certain issues seen as not properly addressed by the authorities. In Ondo State, which is one of the 9 oil-producing states in the country, efforts are being made to keep youth from violence that can disrupt oil production in the area. Youth restiveness in the Niger Delta usually seen with agitations and demands by the youth for economic, political and environmental reforms. For the oil-producing communities of Ilaje and Ese-Odo local government areas in Ondo State, the government is working with youths in the area who are attending tertiary schools as an intervention for conflict resolution.
It is our responsibility to make sure that development comes there. So that's the essence of education, and these are the best set of people that you can. They are leaders also in the area. They are university students, they are polytechnic students. So even in other climes too, people of their age are holding responsible positions. So who say they also cannot do so?
They will not only have the ability to engage with government positively, but they are able to minimize even conflict among themselves.
Alternative dispute resolution and effective communication, some of the student leaders say it is an eye-opener for them to embrace non-violent charge to address their agitations.
Before now, it has been violence to attain it. It has been series of issues before we can get it. But I think the last one was just what we can say, we can see as a very good one, because this training actually brings a new mentality.
After the training, we believe that communication is good.
This training is just everything. It's just what the youth needs.
There are many agitations among youths in the Niger Delta over the cleanup of the communities and the provision of basic infrastructure and amenities like roads, potable water, electricity, healthcare facilities, and schools to educate and empower the younger generation. Now let's join Adegboyega Labiron for the business news.